Welcome back to the AB Scale Project. I'm Krieger. This is Alpha Bravo, and today we got the Planet X Cacus, or the IDW Grimlock, and he looks really good, actually. He's just huge, but the look is like dead on for the comics. So, looks good. Turn around, you see the gun there. See all the dino details on him. See his head hanging off back there. No gapping, which is good. Come around here, see the sword here. That's pretty neat. But yeah, he's just big. Just to give you an idea, let's move this guy's out the side here. Just to give you an idea, I mean, here's the Studio Series 86. This comes up to about, his about to his lower ribs there. And the Fans Project. Take that away. And even the MP is dwarfed by him. So yeah, he's a big boy. And just another comparison here. Bring in Omega Prime. And you see Omega Prime is still head and shoulders taller, but only just. So, yeah, just showing you. Man, the guy is huge. We'll go ahead and take a look at him now. We've done our size comparison already. The guns are pretty much only held on by a slot in them, where the weapons are. So that's pretty neat. He's got a wrist operation. All the fingers are fully articulated. Yeah, there's the slot on the guns. You can see that's the only thing that really holds it in. But yeah, all the fingers are articulated, independently articulated, so that's pretty neat. The thumb likes to pop off at the slightest breath. The arms do what arms do. I mean, that's pretty good. Got the bicep swivel there. He has an ab crunch that likes to pop that back assembly off. So uncrunch that. He does have a really stiff waist. Yuck. It is there. It's just really stiff. In fact, I'm not sure if I'm not breaking something. But, yeah. And he's also pretty weighty, too. Let me tell how much I'm grunting here. So, and the hips, lots of clickety-clackety joints. Legs go out. He's got a pretty good knee if you can keep that attached there. He actually has two joints there, one for transformation, one for the actual knee. So yeah, of course got the thigh swivel. Click these out one, so he looks a little natural. And his tilt is like super extreme ankle tilt, but it's really just because it's just the toe. That's really all that tilts. That, a little disappointing there, but otherwise everything works pretty well. And even on that head, these things can move. That's more for transformation, but you can still kind of do a sad face thing, sad puppy. But yeah, tons of articulation. Now, my thought when I bought him, besides that, he was on clearance at the time, but my thoughts were like, hey, in the comics, he's got to be huge, right? I mean, he is going to fit in. This will be just perfect because, he's got to be huge in the comics. And then I looked back at the sheets and I'm like, I kind of Mandela effect myself. He's actually just Voyager size. So really, he should be that size. So he's like twice as tall as he needs to be. So one slight problem with being accurate, and he's even tall for an MP. So yeah, I mean the Gigasaurs, are probably the correct MP size. The MP Grimlock is probably still insufficient for MP scale. But this guy's definitely huge. So anyway, that's really about it for the robot mode. Let's take a look at the dino mode. And here we have Cacus in his dino mode. And again, he is huge. I mean, just the size of this guy. You can see him next to Alpha Bravo here, just how big he is. He is a big boy. It looks pretty cool. I mean, overall, pretty neat. So I get a finished 360 there. And man, just transforming though, this last area, when you finish transforming, is a pain in the butt. I mean, it just, panels, trying to go past panels, flexing things to get it here. This isn't even really installed properly. I know it's not, and I just kind of gave up on it while I was transforming it. So pretty safe to say he's going to go back to robot mode and pretty much stay there. But he does look, they did give him the IDW head, so that's pretty neat. And we'll show that there. Lots of teeth, and gave him a tongue too. So that's neat. Does make it hard to do any kind of like action chomping things, but it still looks pretty cool. Make sure we got that on the screen. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Anyway, he is just big. And plus, trying to figure out what configuration that his fists went into this thing was the whole ordeal. It's not really a fun one to transform, but once you get there, it does look pretty good. All right, let's see if we can bring somebody in for some comparisons. Here's Studio Series 86. And you see, yeah, just how much bigger he is. And then we'll bring in the Fans Project. And for a long time, the Fans Project was my IDW, and for the scale wise, it might be again. Might not look just right, but it's stylized enough that it could qualify. And then what I had been using for my Lost Light shelf was the Masterpiece Grimlock. And you can see he's even bigger than the MP. I think there's probably only a couple more Grimlocks that are bigger. And yeah. Yeah, just the sheer size of him. He's just huge. So yeah. That's about it. I guess we can talk about the articulation. His fingers can move independent. He's got a couple joints there, got an extra blade there. That's pretty neat. And stepping down, can come out with his arms. The legs do pretty much almost everything that the arms do. His feet, he even has separate articulated toes, which is cool. Tail, even though it's split down the center, you do get a lot of movement in that tail, so it's really cool. The head, move back and forth, up and down, so you can go into the running mode or have him at standing. And like I said before, he does open his mouth. So yeah, tons of articulation. They definitely did not spare any expense on him. They just made him huge. Yeah. But he looks great. I will say that. He looks great. He's just huge. All right. Let's go ahead and make our final thoughts. So, is this our new IDW G1 Grimlock? Well, the G1 is still the Studio Series 86, so that's not a competition. So what we're talking about is IDW. For IDW, which is why I pulled the Fans Project back out here, he should be this tall. So the closer to the correct size would be the Fans Project, and it's stylized enough that you could talk yourself into saying this is the IDW version. If you want accurate, you can have this. He's just going to tower over everything else on the shelf. And, take up a lot of shelf space with the size of his feet and the huge dinosaur head on the back. He's a big boy. Anyway, so I think for IDW, we're going to go ahead and keep the Fans Project as the IDW. So yeah, It is massive. It's, if you wanted to start an MP scale, Lost Light shelf, yeah, definitely get them. Looks great. Transformation is a pain. Basically where the leg transformations and trying to get his fist packed away and trying to get his fists back out are kind of a pain. Things I'm definitely glad I don't do on camera because I had to bring some tools out for. But overall, the look is really good. I think he's too heavy to just play with, so he's definitely going to sit on a shelf. Yeah, that's all my thoughts. So, Fans Project remains the IDW, and we're just going to wrap this up. And that's it for the day. Thanks for joining us today on the AB Scale Project. Please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, ring that bell, and I'll see y'all later.